I'm doing this video, right? And the NBA got a good lineup on Christmas. You know, I think the only questionable game that you could question, Dallas and Golden State. Okay. I mean, at that point, I feel like they, you know, even though the Clippers ain't doing well, they might as well dig Clippers and Golden State, right? So at that point, that's the only, you know, game I could really say they like, you know, and they knew Kyrie was going to be in, maybe because Cooper Flag, you know, that might be what it is. But in the Cavaliers, Knicks, Cavaliers is a really good team. The Knicks are like the Lions to Thanksgiving when it comes to Christmas. But I'm going to say this. In my opinion, I feel like it should have been the Pistons and the Knicks the Pistons and the Knicks on Christmas. You know, at the end of the day, maybe check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Maybe the NBA felt that the Pistons were not ready to make that jump. We want to see if they're real or not. You know what I'm saying? I maybe that's the only thing I think about in putting Cooper Flag on Christmas. You know, they trying to push, you know, they trying to get diversity at the top. American white American diversity is where it's at in sports, because there's not a lot of great white athletes in basketball or at the top. Usually they from Serbia, Lithuania, you know, wherever Lukic and then where Jokic, I think he's from Serbia. So when you can get a white American talent, that always goes to the top. You got Austin Reeves who's hooping. I like the kid out there in Chicago. I forget his name. I like him a lot too, man. But yeah, that's just where it's pretty much, you know, for the most part, boiling down to. So I understand that spot. And they kind of knew Kyrie wasn't going to be back, but AD was. I expected the Mavs to be a lot better, but I think the negative energy around, in my opinion, the negative energy around Dallas, I think it's made it hard on AD. It made it hard on Kyrie. It made it hard on them to succeed. But I feel the Detroit Pistons, you know, realistically, they should be playing the Cavaliers. I mean, after that series, playing the Knicks after the series that they had. I think a lot of people have some type of vested interest. I think a lot of people have some type of vested interest in that now. You know, now, you know, people saying, well, you know, these are the top two teams in the East. But I didn't really think that the NBA felt that the Pistons were all the way back. And we did a video about that, where, you know, the 97 won the ticket was saying, well, the Pistons are not all the way back until they're title contenders. And they putting all this shit on here. And I'm like, y'all was saying the Lions was back and they wasn't title contenders. Y'all didn't know when they made the NFC Championship they was going to make, but you already know what that's about. I don't have to speak on that, right? I did the video. Go back and watch the video. I think it should be posted by now. But it should have been that. And I get an NBA the benefit of the doubt by not knowing the Pistons was 100% back. And that was the question. When they lost Tim Hardaway Jr., when they lost Dennis Schroeder, when they lost a number of guys, you know, Schroeder, Malik Beasley, the whole thing was like, you know, are the Pistons going to be able to succeed without those guys? And guess what? They answered the bell. Only one that came back was Tobias Harris. They answered the bell. Now, can anybody see the downfall of the Cavs after they start with Kenny Atkinson? I don't think so. I mean, the Cavs are a good team. Come on, man. What are you doing, man? Go! Oh, my goodness. Though. I just be saying, dude, these non-drivers, bro. You got a whole different lane you can drive in. He just, like, go, fool. But yeah. So I think that's the whole thing about it. I think now that the Pistons have stamped themselves as back and it's credible right now, back-to-back years. You know, and hopefully they keep it pushing that way. I think that, you know, yeah, they'll start seeing some of those Christmas games, and it's just, you know, at some point they like the Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. You know, you're not going to knock. All right, man, come on, get over, bro. Get over, man. Old people, man. No disrespect to my senior citizens. But geez Louise, if you knew you needed to be over on this side of the lane, what is your GPS telling you? Like, people be in the third lane. It's a brother. Oh, a young brother. Like, men don't come with like driving skills anymore. Like, we can't drive as men no more. Like, what happened? And then somebody driving like 2 of their tires is going low on the fucking driver's side. And it's a girl. It's expected, no disrespect. But yeah, I think after this year, if they keep going in the right direction, I think they earn that right to be, to play the Knicks on Christmas. And the Lakers and the Knicks are the same. In my opinion, when it comes to Lions and Dallas Cowboys. I seen a highlight, and I got to talk about this. Dallas and the Lions playing on on Thanksgiving. I think every 4 to 5, whenever they on the schedule, I think every 4 to 5 years, if they on each other's schedule, which they're in the same conference, the Lions and the Cowboys should play. They should rotate home and home. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. I might be in the minority there. I think that'd be dope. Every 4 or 5 years, they play, and then the other game is freed up for the league. That'd be dope. But that's what the Knicks and to the Lakers are to Christmas. So I have no issue with them being the main staples there. And then, Detroit to New York, that plane ride ain't that bad at all. It's about 1:30 hour, if that. You feel like you spend just as much time on the ground than you do as the air. If you ever flew, you know what I mean. So, yeah, I'm with it. I'm 100% sure with the Pistons, but I understand why they didn't make that. I thought the Cavs was gonna be at the top again, and I haven't watched a lot of the Cavs, but I do know from watching them in the past that Darius Garland is not a great fit. He's not a great fit with Donovan Mitchell. I think we all pretty much figured to fuck that out. So they got some moves they got to make. So, but yeah, I think the Pistons aren't that right. If they keep going in the right direction. And the Pistons ain't one of those trendy teams. They don't really like those, all blood and glory type teams. They want to play this prissy brand of basketball, this sassy brand of basketball. But the Pistons are exciting. They get out and run. They got some athletic guys. They seem to be a close knit unit. And when you got a unit like them at OKC, you get these young guys that really don't have no egos, that want to be team players. That's rare. That's why I kind of fought so, on my channels, I fought so hard to advocate. I was an advocate for Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown to stay together. Don't let them trick y'all out y'all spot. That was my thing. That was my whole battle cry. Don't let them trick you out your spot. T-Mac tore his leg. T-Mac fucked his body up, waiting on Grant Hill. What is she doing? You pulling in or you pulling out? Penny Hardaway, that's the one I was thinking, but tore his shit up waiting on Shaq after Shaq left. So yeah. It's just women have no awareness, bro. Like, where's your awareness, Gramps? That's all I had to say, man. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist.